Okay, so I think we're starting we're looking at number one. When you look at number one, look at the angle, look at 22.5, 22.5. Let's just call it theta here. I make theta there, I make theta. Then right away you can see it's actually this rule. They gave you this part. Then it must be 2 theta times, sine times sine 2 times the angle. So we can simplify that one. So this one is exactly the same as sine times 22.5. It looks like 45 to me, 22.5. When I double it, what do I get? Good. I get 45. 45 is a special angle. That is 1 over root 2. Or you can write it as 2 all over, you can write it as root 2 over the 2. It's exactly the same thing because I can go sine 45. The calculator rationalizes root 2 over the 2. If I write it as 1 over the root of 2, when I press equal sign, it will change it. There it is. It's 0.707. There we go. All right. So that's the first answer. You are done with that one. All right. Remember, you must know how to reverse. Let's go to number 2. Number 2, you can see you've got cos squared, sine squared. The sign are not the same. If you make this one theta, you make this one theta, cos squared minus. You are now down here. You are in the double angle of cos. So that means you write this one as cos double the angle. The angle was 22.5. Well, it will be 45. Well, the answer is the same as the previous one, root 2 over 2, or you can write it as 1 over the root 2. It's exactly the same as the previous one. So we're good with that one. Is it making sense? Then we go to number 3. Okay, look at number 3. Number 3, it's sine squared and a cos squared. Look, the sine is positive, the cos is negative. So that means you're dealing with this rule here. You just need to rearrange. When I rearrange this one here and pull out a negative, watch. I'm going to write it as negative cos squared of 15. And then plus sine squared of 15. But you know the double angle, the minus, it's in the middle. So take out negative as common factor. Then you now have cos squared of 15 minus sine squared of 15. So what's in the bracket, it's similar to what we had there. So that means you're going to have now minus, which is outside the bracket, cos. You will double the 15, which gives me 30. And then that means I have minus cos of 30 is square root of 3 divided by 2. So you got negative root 3 over the 2. You can double check that, minus cos of 30 in case you're not trusting me very much. There it is, minus root 3 over that one there. All right, let's do the same thing. Let's move to the next one. The next one, look at it. Look at the cos squared and sine squared. The signs in this case, they are exactly the same. That means that is grade 11 stuff. That means you're dealing with sine squared plus cos squared is 1. So you don't have to worry about that one. The answer is 1. Remember, sine squared, cos squared, if they don't have the same sign, it's a double angle one. If the sign are the same, it's a grade 11 one, the one that gives you 1. So the answer is 1 there. So we're done with that one. So let's go to number 5. Here's number 5. Check again. It's cos squared, sine squared. They've got negative, both of them. So what do? Pull out negative as a common factor. You know it's grade 11 stuff. It's going to be cos squared of 15 plus sine squared of 15. So what's in the bracket gives you 1. You've got a negative into 1. Your final answer is negative 1. You are done with that one there. Also done that one. So let me save this as a video for 5 questions.